But I hung out with John, and one of the best times is when I went to New York City and spent about 5 days with him there. On that trip, I just had a wonderful time. We walked around town, but it's just mostly very intimidating. That's a big adaptation, even if you've been in Milwaukee. It's a big adaptation. I'd say you need to go to Pittsburgh first. This really interesting and wonderful guy has just passed away, and you're just talking about what he did for you.